Shifting back to the NBA Finals matchup, Pacers OKC. Who you got and why? Will, you first.
Uh Sirs and 6.
Say that again.
Who?
Pacers and 6.
Oh,
Wow.
wow.
Pacers and 6. I
And why
know.
do you say that, sir?
Because I know everybody else is going to pick OKC.
So you just want to be different, or there's reasons behind?
No. I really do. I really think. I mean, Indiana from round one. How they dispatched Milwaukee. Saw firsthand what they did to Cleveland. What they just did to the Knicks. I think, and what's being undersold here is Rick Carlisle. Rick Carlisle's a championship coach,
Right.
so he's
Yep,
done this.
yes.
So yeah, I think that aspect isn't being played up enough. So I just think Indiana and 6. I think they. I mean, it's going to be a great series. Don't get me wrong.
I hope so.
OKC's not going to roll over, but I'm picking Indiana.
Kim?
So I'm picking OKC. I hope it is a good series, just so we get to see some good basketball. But I just think that what OKC has, especially what they do defensively, I think the pace that the Pacers play with is not going to be an issue for them. I mean, they can run with them. I think the defense is going to be a challenge for the Pacers, and I like that team. They went probably further than some people thought they should have with Denver, but they kind of got back to themselves in that Minnesota series, and you see what they have. SGA is a real deal, and when you get Chet, I mean they've got a lot of weapons, and so does Indiana. I mean, I thought the Indiana, obviously won the series with the Knicks. I think the Knicks did some things to shoot themselves in the foot, and maybe they just, from a talent perspective, didn't have enough, or clearly Thibodeau didn't want to use enough. You know what I mean, in terms of going to his bench. And but yeah, I'm going to go with OKC.
Kenitra?
I think OKC is going to win. I want the Pacers to win.
Why? Either? Both answers. Both statements.
I like the collection of players. I like the team that the Thunder have. But I want the Pacers to win because of Miles Turner.
Yeah.
That Longhorn tie.
Right.
So I could piggyback off that and use the similar rationale. I want the Pacers to win because, as Ms. Wanda said here, because of Jarris Walker.
Yeah.
He's a Coug. Haven't heard an update on Jarris's injury. He looked bad last night.
He did look bad.
He rolled his ankle. Looked like he broke it, like he fractured a bone in there. But also picked the Pacers because they're from the Eastern Conference. I ride with the East. I'm a Detroit Pistons fan, ride or die. Been that way for 30. Oh, no. What is it now? 86, 39 years. So that's not going to change. I think turnovers, either way, game to game, whichever team wins the turnover battle will win the series.
Yeah.
OKC thrives on it. The Pacers do too. The Pacers have gotten this far because their defense got better. And they started scoring off the turnovers that they forced. Yeah, they were playing with pace, but for a while early in the season, all they were doing was outscoring folks. Around February or so, Coach Carlisle, who he's coached the Detroit Pistons too, so the Pistons tie there as well, convinced the players, or the staff convinced the players, fellas, we want to win it all. We got to play defense. We got to get after. We got to pressure the ball 90 feet. So they started doing that, buying into it. And you can force your opponent into turnovers. You can score easy buckets. Both these teams do a great job of scoring easy baskets off the turnovers that they force. And no team likes to just grind it out, pound it out, and score in a half court all the time. So you can score easy baskets. That's going to benefit whoever. So I think that's going to be a key. But my answer, I'm going to pick OKC, but I want the Pacers to win. But I'm gonna surprise some folks. I'm gonna say OKC in 7.
Hmm.
I think it's gonna go the full ride. I like the fact both teams have the way they constructed their rosters.
Yeah.
You know, both have young superstars.
Mhm.
I think Tyrese Halliburton kind of learned some things between Game 5 and Game 6. He has to be that dude for the Pacers from the jump and not cruise through a game, you know, playing half speed. They need him to be that man from Game 1, jump ball. If he does that, I think it's going to go the distance. If he half steps and waits too long, OKC is going to just take advantage of that and crush them. But I like Halliburton. I like the makeup of that team. Miles Turner.
Yeah.
Pascal Siakam. Nembhard, Neesmith, Toppin. They got guys, you know, they can go 9, 10 deep too. Both these teams and coaches use their bench. They're not afraid to go 9, 10. I mean, I think Coach Carlisle went 11, played 11 guys in the first half sometimes in the playoffs. That's rare in the playoffs. I think all of us have covered the NBA long enough. We've heard for years that the roster shrink in the postseason and teams only play 7 or 8 players in the playoffs. And my thing has always been, if you played 11 in the regular season, why are you going to shrink it down to 7 or 8 in the playoffs?
Agree.
That's what got you this far. So I'm going to stick with what got me this far. So salute to the guys for doing that, sticking what's true to you. So I hope it goes a long series. I know a lot of folks are picking OKC to steamroll the Pacers, and it's not going to be close. It's not going to matter who comes out of the East and all that kind of stuff. Whatever.